Southeast mocks Buhari, produces dots in circle shirts and caps after threatening statements. T-shirts and caps bearing dots in circle images have surfaced in the southeast states after President Buhari described IPOB as a dot in a circle which could not succeed from the country. Sahara reporters saw the images of the clothes and caps with Onye dot written on them in a satirical reference to Buhari's reference to IPOB agitators in his interview last Thursday with Arise Television. It is not yet clear who the producers of the branded t-shirts are. President Buhari had threatened that the government had mobilized and would continue to mobilize the military and police to go after the IPOB accused of disturbing the peace in the southeast region. He said that IPOB is just like a dot in a circle and they have nowhere to turn to. They are spread everywhere and they have investment and properties everywhere in other areas. Oh God, just think outside the box for 1 second. If the country should disintegrate, it does not mean that we're all gonna start having tension with each other. Grow up. That's it. Also, Buhari has slammed those calling for sovereignty of the Biafra and Oduduwa Republic, saying they were ignorant. Oh wow. Look at the pot calling the kettle black. The IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu, has been clamoring for the sovereign state of Biafra as a result of alleged marginalization, killings and hatred being shown to Igbo people. In the same manner, Oyo-based rights activist and businessman Sunday Igboho has gained massive support in the southwest in his demand for Oduduwa Republic for Yoruba people. Buhari, during the interview, said those agitators are delusional in their thinking as they neglect the issue of resources for Nigeria to survive. Yes, I think of Nigeria. Nigerians can say what they want to say. They want the republic. They don't think about resources, how to share what we have. We seems more of the south of Nigeria that sort of has what they have and they can go with what they have and survive with what they have. They don't think of how to win the confidence of investors. I think they allow their ignorance to disorganize the country. Buhari has said. It's also embarrassing. How can you be so confident in spewing jargon, to be very honest? Because again, it's like the South. Okay, the mind is just a bit too grown to start giving him history lessons and what actually like this. Okay, Nigeria is blessed, absolutely, but if there's any region that can be self-sufficient with efficient, utilization of the resources, it is the southern part of Nigeria, southeast and southwest. They're the most capable. I mean, of course, I'm not saying they're perfect in everything. I'm not saying that. But in terms of resources to survive, they can. And the whole amalgamation of the country and why we are even joined together in the first place is because funds needed to be transferred from the southern part of Nigeria to the northern protectorate because the northern part could not, fend for themselves. And as a colony, the colonizers, the Britain, literally felt, you know what, why should we pay for the upkeep and the running of this state? Why they have to take care of themselves, especially as we already have we've colonized the southern part and they're making so much money, and we're even, as much as we own these things from what they produce from their own pockets, we still tax them again. So imagine how industrial the southern protectorate was, that as much as, okay, fine, the British owned a lot, they still taxed them, and they still even sent funds from the south to the north. Gives you an idea of what was actually going on, what was going on at the time. Somebody says every word Buhari uttered from his blessed mouth will be the most popular word of that time. Right? Buhari is a blessing to Nigeria and Nigerians. All right. The dot in the circle is the most important part of the circle. The dot is the nucleus and the nucleus is the center of life. All right, chemistry, we see you. The weightiest part of an atom. Preach. Igbo is the center, the life, the weightiest and the most important part of the circle called Nigeria. Oshe, poet, well done. But that is a really good, it's a really good analogy or a good description of how you can change a situation in life. If If a situation seems one way, your perspective can change the way you view it, in which that can actually, embolden your steps to find another alternative in how you can fix a problem, which, that's good. Um, Someone says, since they're useless, since they're not needed, why don't you leave the dot to go their separate ways? I mean, that's it. That is literally, I mean, why? It's more shady because it's like, why are you holding people against their will? You know what that is called? You're holding people, they want to go, and you're saying no. If we start using all these words, it will seem as if we're being extreme. What is it called? Fill in the blank. When you hold someone against their will. They do not want to be in your custody. They don't want to be with you, but still you want to hold them and pin them down. What is it called? Um, Somebody says, proudly from the Dot Nation, the land of the rising sun, the Dot is life. You know what? I love how Igbos are really changing the dynamics. Again, if you look at the the moon in the sky at night, there's this circle that's around it, and of course, from what I can signify, I mean, people put this picture up here to show that the sort of line that is around the moon and the light. I don't know how I can describe it. It's more like, technical words. But again, I think I remember this from like a lot of, Igbo movies where in the nighttime you just see the moon and then you see a circle around it. That sort of signifies, in this case, the dot in a circle, in which Igbos are interpreting it as, the weightiest part, the middle, the center, the life bringer, the rising sun. Hallelujah. I mean, come on. This is literally, a vibe. Somebody here says, the whole circle will be removed through dy over d. Please leave calculus out of this. Please, 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 please. The whole circle will be removed through dy over dx to remain the dot. Learn your maths very well to know the dot can do without the circle after differentiating it, because the circle will exist no more. We are the dot. We dot are the balance to the circle. All right, no one really asked. Somebody here says price 3,300. I mean, good business. I mean, look at this. I mean, obviously there's the stereotypical view that Igbos are industrial and they're very business minded and all that. I mean, look at this. They literally found a gap in the market. They were like, you know what? Let's do this. Merchandise. I mean, come on. Are you not proud of these people? But boy, think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.